See, she's actually proud of me, unlike my father.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to a very special Hong Kong breakfast edition of Fung Bros Food. We are in New York City right now at a restaurant called Ta Tan Tang.
And today we are meeting up with our very famous and special Hong Kong actor friend,
Andy Lau. We told you that Hong Kong superstar Jimmy O Yang.
Okay,
good to see you.
Great to see you.
You did Colbert.
Jimmy O Yang, everybody.
You did Deezus and Mero.
Deezus and Mero.
And now you're doing Fung Bros.
Boom! I want to dig into the macaroni, the Tong Sam Fan.
How to America, but right now it's how to Hong Kong. Oh, the fatty sick, yeah? Jimmy O Yang is here from, what do they know you from? From Silicon Valley?
Silicon Valley.
The money is gone. Dick is up.
Where'd you get those sunglasses? Did they come with a car?
It's from your mom.
Crazy Rich Asian that's about to come out. It hasn't came out yet. Now, hopefully this.
Even before that, your stand-up clips.
Is it cool for me to say the N-word? If it's just like in a song, man? And he said, what the hell you think? Is it cool for me to call you a Chang Chong Rice in railroad builder? And I'm like, yeah, if you can find that in a song.
Give a quick background on yourself.
I grew up in Hong Kong and I moved here with my family to Los Angeles when I was 13. Couldn't, barely speak English. When I first came here, I really wanted to hang out with other Asian kids because that's what I felt comfortable with.
Right.
But it became a blessing in disguise because I was forced to hang out with every other ethnicity and speak American English and learn about real American culture from everybody else. Like BET was so crazy to me because I'm like, dude, this is the most American thing I've ever seen. Every little BET music video was if you think about the thong song, Big Pimpin', these are the American dream that I saw, and I'm like, yo, I want to live that. So I started to rap and stuff, but it didn't work out.
What was your rap group?
It was me, my black friend Julian, and my other friend Yuji, who was half black and half Asian. It's called the Yellow Panthers. I should have gotten my ass kicked back in the day, man.
When you see the spread, we ordered
What attracts you, man?
I want to dig into the macaroni, the Tong Sam Fan. In a way, you get a lot of culture in this because you get the Western macaroni and the ham, but the soup, it's like a chicken-based Cantonese kai tong, It's just a very good chicken soup.
Yo, I want to talk about one of my favorite personally here.
I eat it too, man.
This is the spam and egg.
Yeah.
Now, spam and egg, classic combination.
And in Hong Kong, China, we take spam seriously. It's not just one brand of spam. There's 10 different brands. It's like its own aisle.
They don't even call it spam, they call it luncheon meat.
Exactly, yeah. Because it's just soft. You bite in, you get all the layers, there's no chewiness, and you get all the flavors.
What type of Chinese are you exactly? Can we go down your lineage?
Yeah, of course.
To the grandparents.
To your grandparents at least. There.
They're Shanghainese. They grew up in Shanghai.
Both sides?
Yes, both sides. I was born in Hong Kong, but my parents immigrated basically from Shanghai to Hong Kong.
How would you say it in Shanghainese? My grandmother's Shanghai.
我好不是上海人.
Yeah.
我不是上海人.
Yeah,
hey.
that's good.
小笼包.
Nunchavala.
Oh, no chalava.
I mean, that's the hardest. I never get that.
People always learn the Chinese greeting ni hao, are you okay? Are you well? But really, how a lot of people greet each other in Hong Kong or in Shanghai or Mandarin, it's have you eaten?
Yeah.
Are you full? Sik bao mei ah, right? It's all about eating, man.
I want to talk about real quick your character on Silicon Valley. You play a Chinese guy with an accent.
Right.
Now, usually a lot of people be like, oh, Jimmy, you're playing a guy with an accent.
Have you read any criticisms from internally within the Asian community? Or, the certain, we call it Angry Asian Man Reddit.
I think in the first season, there was some criticism. There was this one Asian writer of Mashable saying this is a bad stereotypical character. But I knew I was portraying this, to the truth. I know some Asian actors that straight up, if there's a character with an accent, they don't even audition for it, But for me, when I first came here, I had an accent. And it kind of almost offends me when people say they don't play a character with an accent. Because when you're an actor, you shouldn't say that. And also when you say that, you're kind of looking down at your own brothers and sisters who have an accent. So it's the perception that we got to work on. And my job as an immigrant Chinese actor is not to avoid the places with accent, it's to humanize these people that do have accents, like myself 15 years ago, and to make them sexy, to make them funny, you know what I mean? And I think as the season progressed, the criticism went away because it became more of just a Chinese character. He became kind of an asshole and a prick, and with a really good two-man thing going on with me and TJ. So it became more of a comedy thing than an ethnic thing. Now that's what's great about the Crazy Rich Asian movie, because there's all types of Asians. There's a super good looking leading man Asian, beautiful Asian, super funny Asians, quirky Asians, you know, ugly Asians that are just kind of funny. So we can just play our roles instead of having that weight of representing all Asians by just doing one character. Right. We're representing the whole spectrum of Asian, and we play into that, you know? Crazy Rich Asian, when I first heard it announced, I called my managers. I'm like, I know I'm usually the supporting guy, but I don't care, you know, get me an audition for the leading role. Let me just read it, let me just try it, I don't care, you know? And then my manager's like, look, I don't know how to tell you this, but they're looking for a good-looking guy for that role. And I'm like, all right, I get it, that's not my type, you know? And I think more importantly, if there's anything, you know, the general audience can do is go support those movies with Asian people. It's like how, you know, everybody supported Get Out and Black Panther, so now they're more open to having black leads. I think studios aren't necessarily racist, they just don't want to take chances on the unknown. So an Asian lead, an all Asian movie, that's the unknown. But if we can prove that will make money in the box office, then that will be Asian representation like all over.
How come there's like some Bobs that come over and it's almost like the assimilation process or lack of assimilation that takes place breaks them, but somehow you push through that dip and you made it out and you didn't just retreat to Boba Land?
I think it's just attitudes on looking on things. Like, I never looked at kids that were talking shit to me when I was a fob. I never looked at them as bullies. I just looked at them as kind of, you know, I gotta talk back now. I gotta learn how to talk trash now. That was the first you know, American phrases that I learned is how to talk trash. So I always approach it with a pretty positive attitude. And the same, I think, mentality that some people are content working in an office job 9 to 5, right? But I see that, like, I panic when I think about that. So I want to live life and try everything. So it's the same thing with, you know, people maybe that regress into Thai town, that, you know, Chinese people that regress into Chinatown. I think they're just more content and they're okay with where they are.
Which is their immigrant group, right?
Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, which is great. They're probably happier than I am, maybe. But for me, I can't live that way. Like, I have to go experience the America. And it's easy to use, like, oh, they don't like me because I'm Asian.
Yeah.
Or say, even auditions now, like, they didn't cast me because I'm Asian. That might be true sometimes, but you can't think that way because it's not positive. You gotta think, oh, I didn't get that audition because I wasn't good enough.
Yeah, that's
right?
not a tenacious mentality.
Right.
No.
Asian or not, I wasn't good enough. Let me try to get better.
What was it in your teaching or something that you learned, or was it a cousin or an uncle that made you go, you know what, I should push through this?
Yeah, my dad was always a trash talker. Like, he's a ball buster, like, to the max, right? Like, he's the funny one at the family dinner table. So almost, I had to defend myself against him when I was young. I think when we were growing up, especially when we were younger, we all wish a part of us wish we're just like a normal white kid, so we didn't have to deal with it. Or just growing up in Hong Kong where everybody's Asian, so it's easy, right? But I think it's going through the journey that kind of give you the grit, gave me the sense of humor and the skill set to be where I am now. If I was just a regular dude, maybe I'd be working at a car wash or something. So I think if you look at it as a blessing, and if you look back, really, some of the most fun time is not when you get the contract, when you made it. It's like when you're going through the journey, man. Like, you look back at those stories, it's funny now to me, you know? My thing is always like, if you wanted to pursue your dreams, but you didn't because you think it's not possible because your father told you it's not possible, like me. Because my dad growing up told me that, you know, work hard, get a good job, you know, make money. Nobody has fun working, and then you can have fun with the money you make. That's a very Chinese mentality. And he straight told me, he was like, pursuing your dreams, that's for homeless people. Artists, You want to be an artist or you want to be homeless? Like, you know, it's the same thing.
No, Chinese are really into like suffering.
Yeah, like artistry and homelessness is the same word to him. Maybe, you know, start normalizing the fact that entertainment industry is a job. And it's important to see people like Alan, like you guys, like me, doing it so the kids think it's possible. So my thing is, if that's what you want to do, try it out. Don't sell yourself short because of your cultural beliefs. Because, you know what? We work so hard because we want you guys to see that it's possible for us to make it too. So it's called How to American, and the subtitle is An Immigrant's Guide to Disappointing Your Parents, right? And I mean, I think disappointing your parents is synonymous with pursuing your dreams in Asian culture and a lot of immigrant cultures. It's never been so difficult to tell my dad I'm quitting this job in finance to try to do stand-up. You just see the disappointment, all the joy just drain out from his face.
Well, my son's gonna be a clown.
Yeah, but for me, I figured it was better to disappoint my parents for a couple of years and then hopefully they'll come around when I make it, than to disappoint myself for the rest of my life. So my thing is, don't be afraid to disappoint your parents. That's how you pursue your dreams, sometimes in Asian culture.
Yo, we just finished eating what? Zouchan?
Zouchan?
Jimmy O Yang, you are kind of a hype beast.
Are
you?
Yeah. I got some sneakers. Today these are Jordans.
Yeah?
You know, these are the grown man V9. I have two pairs of these, one in like maroon. It's like my favorite shoes. This is my first time in New York Chinatown.
Really?
So it's very exciting.
Yo, let's walk around.
You said that every weekend you went to Monterey Park growing up.
Yeah.
Did you at all get involved in any Cantonese street gangs out in the 626?
Where would you go in the 626? Shout out to some restaurants, man.
You know, just simple stuff like JJ Cafe or something.
Okay, right.
You know, like a Tang, right?
Right.
You know, that's what I'm into. And you know, my favorite Cantonese restaurant there now, they serve dim sum and the Chinese dishes. It's called China Red.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It's in
Hong Kong?
Arcadia. It's in Arcadia.
Yeah, Hong Kong.
A lot of people don't know, actually, but me and Andrew started doing stand-up like 10 years ago.
Wow.
So that we actually did it for a while, but we gave it up because I think, you know how we're talking about, like, you got to make it through that tough time?
Right.
Me and Andrew was not about that open mic life, you know, getting bumped off the bill, having like...
I think we could have done it and things would be a lot different, but it was just really, really unappealing. So shout out to you for going through that. But we saw YouTube and so we took that route.
No, that's great. You need a really extreme amount of desperation or maybe depression to really get into stand-up. Because think about it, like when you first start, you're begging to get yourself on stage for 5 minutes in front of nobody, and you're begging for that.
What do you think about the art of stand-up? Because from, you know, my conversations with people in entertainment, they feel like it's an art form that the youth are not. Kids don't watch stand-up.
Yeah, I think for a while stand-up was kind of fading. It became like more of an underground training ground, like a boxing gym for people to get on TV, right? But now when people go out, like they go out to the clubs, they go out to like the DJ shows and stuff like that. Stand-up used to be the DJs. Stand-up used to be like whatever, Tiesto or whatever, I don't know. But the good thing is the mediums like YouTube, Netflix is really killing it also. So I think people are watching more and more of that because it's on demand.
So you're saying the art form is just changing?
It's changing, just like television is, you know?
Hold on, Jimmy, can we do something for 5 minutes? Can you just pitch your book to somebody in Chinatown, please? See if we can get someone randomly to care that this is your book.
你講廣東話係咪？唔得閒。No problem. Hey, excuse me. Do you speak Cantonese? 你講廣東話，你講 OK. Nobody speaks.
Why don't you just speak, man?
Don't just...
Hey, excuse me. 你睇唔睇書啊？我啱啱寫咗一本書叫《How to America》。Yeah. 你如果喺書店入邊睇到呢本書，會唔會買咧？會。See, now we got a buyer.
All right.
Yeah. 多謝晒，唔該晒。Hey, can we go buy some fake gold chains across the street?
All right, let's do it.
All right, guys, shout out. This is Complex, and we are chain shopping with Jimmy O Yang.
Yeah, see, I got my chain from Hong Kong, but we got to re-up on some newer chains.
Hey, yo.
Oh, now look different.
Yes.
Hey.
誒，你知唔知佢喺邊啊？
我叫歐陽萬成 ，Jimmy 歐陽。
哦，
TV star。你屋企有冇 HBO 啊？
SPO 啊，
係咪啊
都有㗎。
我有 HBO，我有個 show 叫 Silicon Valley，同你
好啊
吹啦，好啊嘛？
好冇所謂
唔該晒
OK，
，OK 好啊，OK，啊呢個我自己一個嘅書 ，How to American， 係啊，啱出嚟啊，係依家書店入邊都有啦 ，Amazon 都有啊，係啊。
英文嘅我哋又唔識睇。
下次寫中文啦。Okay. Well, first of all, I haggled this Jesus piece, this massive Jesus piece, down from $25 to $20. That's how you know I'm Chinese as
Yo,
hell.
man, hey,
you know,
Wong Gok hustler.
yeah, Meal guy hustler. You know what I mean, Guy Fung, and I just pitched them the book. They were interested. She said she has HBO but hasn't seen Silicon Valley yet, but she might start. And the other lady was like, "Yo, you know, good on you on the book, but I don't read English." I'm like, next time I'll write one Chinese for you.
Yo, man.
係啊，呢個我本書啱寫好，呢
乜你咁叻㗎？
個禮拜啱出嚟嘅。係話我13歲嗰時喺從香港過嚟到依家做演員啦。
你自己寫㗎？
係啊，自己寫㗎。
乜你咁叻㗎？咪就係我淨係見到佢睇住本書啊，乜好似係你嚟嘅個人。
See, she's actually proud of me, unlike my father. Most people don't really know stand-up in the really Asian community. They call it talk show, just like my father. 係啊，叫 talk show 啊，做棟篤笑嗰啲啦，佢哋係咪啊？係啊，
好多人中意睇啊！我。
Haji.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye, bye, bye.
拜拜啊！
Shout out to Big Wong Restaurant.
They're more. See, it goes to show you, man. They wasn't impressed by the chain blinging. They
No,
were impressed
they
by
don't
the
care.
book swinging.
Exactly.
No, hey, I will say this. Would you say that the response to the book and the attention the book has been getting in Chinatown has been impressive?
It's been great.
Because
Yo, that
Chinese
comment-
people know books. They know what
Chinese
books
people
are.
value books.
Listen,
Hella.
Listen, they don't
They
know.
hella value
They don't know
books.
what a stand-up special is. They
Yeah.
don't know what a talk show is.
Yes.
They know what a book is, though. You know who else wrote a book? That's Chinese. Sun Tzu.
Yeah, that's
And-
right. Art of
And
War.
Kung Fu. Hey, I just realized that in this community, you could have 5 Netflix specials, but the fact that you got a book,
Yes, that's
It's
what
everything.
counts. Yeah. This is like being on the Chinese newspaper.
Yo,
no,
David.
you made it. You just made it. You made it.
He got the book out.
Everybody out
Jimmy
here,
O Yang. This is his book.
我寫咗本書啊！我寫咗本書。I have a book, people.
All right, man. Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you,
by.
guys.
Thank you for spending time.
Got my Chinatown
In
Jesus
China-
chain.
Hey man, you're christened.
Memories.
Hey, between being on the book and having you know, Yi, you know, some and go.
Yeah,
and
go.
some,
Yeah, really
some.
co-sign me. Get the book, man. It's some relatable immigrant assimilation stories, and it's super funny. So appreciate you guys. How to American.
How to American.
An immigrant's guide to disappointing your parents. Learn how to disappoint your parents, people.
Team Maker.
Hey, that's right.
Where can they check you out on social media?
Funny Asian dude on Twitter and Instagram, and I got my own YouTube channel, so you guys can go find me at Jimmy O Yang over there.
Hey, can we show him the Pepsi?
Yeah, this ain't the Chinatown version. This is the real vintage, okay?
This is Jimmy O Yang, and we out.
Peace out,
Peace.
gang.
Peace.